What's up, gang? Welcome back to day number 9 of Carnivore Athlete, where I'm basically eating 0 carbs and trying to become the best athlete that I can. And my goal is to get to the 800-meter state final and just drop my time by like 30 seconds before May 2025. So yeah, that's the goal. Today, I woke up around 6:30 a.m. again. I ate some sausage for breakfast, which was pretty good. Not much has happened between now and then because it's like almost 4 o'clock now, and in the morning, like I had school and whatnot, but I didn't do any training or anything like that. I did smash entire rotisserie chicken, so I think I'm done eating for the day. If I do have anything else, it'll be like a couple eggs. But yeah, that's about it. I just finished warming up for my run today. Normally, like, my original plan was for Mondays to be like a speed work kind of day, but I think instead, because of my other training with like coaches and whatnot, it's more like speed based and that kind of thing. I think today I'm just gonna do like a timed run. So yeah, that's the goal for today, is just to do like a longer run. And we're on the track now, but we're gonna run around my high school town, I guess you could say. And it's a bit of a flatter course from where I've normally been running, so it's hopefully it won't blow up my Achilles, because my Achilles is feeling better today. It didn't feel any twinges this morning or right now, so hopefully it holds up and we'll be able to smash out like 3-ish miles or so. And yeah, that'll be that. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into the run and I'll see you soon. Woo! We are done with the run today, boys. As you can see, I'm very sweaty, dude. It was honestly like a fun run, and my Achilles wasn't blown up, which was awesome. I felt like by the end of the run, I felt like I was just like chilling. My left quad was tweaking a little bit, but other than that, I felt really, really good on this run today. And I think it's a part of the mental side of things is just like whenever you have a destination that you want to get to, like today, like I was literally just running down the street, right? And then I remembered like one of my friends or one of my teammates, he's a little bit younger than me, and I was just gonna invite him to run with me, but he had some tryouts to go to, so I just ran over to his house and said hi, bro. But it was like 3 miles away. But I ran over there and I was like, hey, bro, what's up? And that was like the destination I had in my mind. And like it was just so easy to get there at that point. I wasn't running like crazy fast. I was at like a 8-minute average pace. But to be fair, I did have to run up some hills, and then I was on the road, dude. Like I was getting hit by a couple cars, bro. It was fun. That was genuinely like a fun run, you know. There was like that kind of thrill of like danger, you know, of like a freaking big ass truck, you know, like running into me or something, bro. And just me, like, you have to be like aware of that, you know. And you know, I'm not dumb, you know. Like I still check my shoulders and whatnot, making sure I'm not gonna get ran over. And I didn't stop to record like, oh hey guys, look at me get hit by a car. That'd be hella stupid. But yeah, and then I just had to get back from his house, and so I just ran back from his house, and I ran around because I went over an overpass to get to his house. I didn't go back over that overpass. I ran to the next one over, and then came back because there was a sidewalk on that one. And yeah, it was a good run. I ran about, I think I'll probably have put up the stats by now, but it was like a 43 minute run, and I got almost 5.5 miles, which is pretty good. That's almost that's almost a 10K, and it was within 43 minutes. So like, again, not the fastest run, but it was still good. It's the longest run I've had like all year basically. So, or yeah, the longest run I've had in a while, to say the least. But it was a really good run. It was really, really fun. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing more like that. I'll probably, next time I'll probably just run to one of my other teammates' house and be like, hey bro, let's run. Let's go for a run, buddy. I'll yell at him like David Goggins. I'll be like, stay hard, motherfucker. Stay hard. Let's go. I'm out here sweating my balls off, and you're sitting there eating ice cream. Stay hard. But yeah, and honestly, like, even though I ate like a whole rotisserie chicken before this, and I had breakfast and whatnot, I was chilling, you know. It was like, after I got into the groove of the run, it was really nice. And so yeah, I think that's, if I were to give any advice, it'd be that, is just to like, just get like a destination in mind. If you're gonna do something, like, try and make it fun to run almost. And like, I get it, it's kind of painful to run, but make it somewhat fun. Like, try and run to somebody's house and be like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, I just ran to your house, dog. Just something goofy like that. It makes it so much easier. And then I was also just listening to a podcast the whole time, so I was just in like autopilot mode, like running, just listening to the podcast. Like, I was just in go mode. And I think that's super useful whenever you want to, you know, just like cover distance, get mileage in, that kind of thing. And then I had the the robot lady telling me what pace I was at. So I made sure I wasn't running too slow or too fast. Well, I don't think you can really run too fast unless you're like trying to run like a marathon or something like that. But you know what I mean, like keeping my pace around where it should be, which was around 8 minutes. You know, like I was actually running pretty fast to begin with. I was running at like a 7:30 pace, and I thought I was cooking, bro. I was like, what? I was like, dude, I feel so fast right now. But yeah, and then I slowed down. But you know, that's not bad. 8-ish minute average pace for 40 minutes. I think that's pretty good. That's literally what my goal was on Sunday, before my ankle just got like blown up. I'm thinking it's because I warmed up in the wrong way. Like, right before I did the run, I did some like calf stretches, and I think that really like fucked up my Achilles for some reason. I don't know what it was, but like today I didn't do that same sort of stretch. I still warmed up my calves some, but it wasn't like the same stretch, and my calves felt way better. So I'm probably just gonna avoid doing that from now on, because I don't know if it was just a specific day or what. Because I know I'm capable of running a lot. You know, I've done it before in the past, and I'm not like crazy heavy or crazy out of shape. So yeah, I feel like my tissue tolerance is high. I just kind of like fucked up the warm up yesterday. So yeah. But anyways, that's the workout complete. I feel really good. I feel really, really good. The heck? Whatever. Dude, there's someone gunning out of the parking lot right now, bro. Anyways, let's go home and shower, and then we'll end off the day. So yeah, let's get it. All right. So here we are, made it to the end of the day, which is always nice. But yeah, I didn't eat anything else, and I'm probably not gonna eat anything else for the rest of the night. I already brushed my teeth and put my like Invisalign stuff in. I got these like almost a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that, because I had braces for a while because my teeth were like crowded and whatnot. My teeth got somewhat straightened out by the braces, and then they just put me on this like Invisalign stuff to maintain the semi-straightness of my teeth. But yeah, I'm just hoping that like my teeth don't go back to being all crowded and whatnot. But yeah. Anyways, pretty good run today. 40 minutes. I was planning on only doing 20 minutes today, like 3 miles. And so I'm actually glad that I did more than I expected to do, because it just gives me like a level of like more self-respect, because I kind of outdid my expectation for the day. And I knew I was capable of it, and I was just like unsure because of my Achilles, how my Achilles felt yesterday. And so I'm really glad that today everything panned out. I wasn't like in a ton of pain or anything like that, and I was able to just grind out that 40 minutes. Even though it wasn't super fast, it was a really good run. And so yeah, I'm just like I'm like somewhat proud of myself for that. I'm glad that I did that. And yeah, And so it kind of relates to something I was thinking about earlier today whenever I was in my biology class. I was just kind of thinking, like, what do I value? What are my metrics for success? And after just thinking about it for a little bit, it's like, okay, it's the things that make me respect myself more, right? So, like, physical challenge, pushing myself, pushing my limits, outdoing my own expectations, and, following what I say and not like lying to myself or anything like that. Not coping and being like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wake up at this time and then hitting the snooze button, right? Like, it's kind of just like overcoming the weakness in myself and that sort of thing of like, I'm going to do the thing that I said because that gives me more evidence that I am who I say I am, and it just puts me on a better path, a better trajectory as well. But yeah, it's kind of like, if I can just have those like little wins every day that make me respect myself more, that's generally going to be a good thing. Like, I don't think like nobody really respects themselves more after they scroll for like 20 minutes. Like you gain literally nothing out of that except a little like ha ha. Like you look retarded whenever you're doing it too. So it's just like there's really like there's no good that comes out of the bad things that you do, because it reflects poorly on the mental side of things, because you start to question like, okay, am I the kind of person that just does this kind of thing? So yeah, I'm actually really glad today because I don't remember if I scrolled. I don't think I did very much of it anyways. Like, my screen time up until I was editing the videos was like below 2 hours. It was around 1 hour actually. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. And it's kind of annoying because the screen time, like, it'll show like 4 hours or like 3 hours because I'm recording and editing videos on my phone and whatnot. But it's not like actually reflective of how much like I guess unproductive time I'm spending on my phone, which still is like an hour or so, but it's not like that much. But yeah, anyways, kind of going back to what I value, what I try to value anyways, is just like the stuff that makes me respect myself more. And it's like, I think whenever you finish a book that's like somewhat helpful, and maybe it's a little bit boring, but actually really helpful, it was really helpful. I think you will respect yourself more for that. You'll respect yourself more whenever you go for that 40-minute run and you feel like you just feel great afterwards, or whenever you go for that workout and you really push yourself and you challenge yourself, right? Like, you probably don't feel proud of yourself whenever you went to a workout and you just half-assed it, right? And of course, there's different contexts to it. Like, even if it was like a shitty workout, but like you didn't want to go at all, and you still overcame it, you still went, and you still did it, that'll probably give you more self-respect. But I think you know what I mean with this. Is like, that's the kind of thing that I value, that I've realized I try and value most, is just like putting in the work, challenging myself. That's the thing that I value. It's not gonna be some weird like validation from other people, like it's kind of a weird story, but I was sitting outside of the class before it started, and like I was sitting outside in this like terrace area outside, and I was listening to this dude talk to his mom about his college classes and whatnot, and I was just like he kept I don't know. I don't know if I can really describe it to you, but he was like talking to his mom like, "Oh, like, you seem really bad, like, are you okay?" Like, I don't know, he just seemed like this is assuming, right? So probably not the best thing to do, but I don't know, he just seemed like he really like wanted her validation or something like that. And it was like, dude, what? Like, I'm trying to something I'm trying to do with my life is I'm trying to just like separate myself from the need for external validation, because I think it's like almost like cancer almost to like crave this like external validation from, like mommy or daddy or from anyone who's like just outside of your own sphere of control, because you can't control if someone will validate you. To be completely honest, like you could do the best good deed in the world, and if they don't know about it, they won't validate for you. They won't validate you about it, right? So like really it's pointless, because it can like this external like feedback, sure it can be good if you're like for some things, and sure you should take it into consideration if it's like wise or if it makes sense. But a lot of times like this external feedback, whether it's good or bad, is just a bunch of noise, a bunch of nonsense. And I realized that my own life is like it's not something to take seriously, like like I remember listening to some of my friends just like just chatting shit, right? Like, and like they'll like make fun of me or whatever, and it's in like a lighthearted way, like, oh, like Keegan makes like meat smooth, like all he eats is like meat smoothies or whatnot. Or I don't really remember the specific joke, but it was just some like goofy thing. But it's like, imagine if I were to take that feedback seriously and like try and change my diet because they thought I was eating some strange way, right? Like I would be completely thrown off from the path that I'm on right now. And so like like the more I think about this, the more I just start to realize that like the opinions of other people that that have not got to where you want to be, like the less they matter, the more I think about this, right? And even the opinions of the people that have gotten to where you want to go, they don't necessarily matter a ton. I think what matters is like their journey leading up to it and the actions they've taken, not necessarily like their opinions on it or whatever. It's just like if you want to get to a certain point, you just kind of have to look at the person's actions that led them to that point, not what they're doing now or what they say you should do. You should look at genuinely what they did. And if they line up, like, okay, listen to them. But, some people, they get to the top and then they start doing different things and they say that's how they got to the top. At least that's what I've heard anyways. I'm not at the top. I wouldn't know that. But yeah. Yeah, like this it's just kind of a couple of my thoughts on like just like external validation and whatnot. And so like the way that I'm trying to, like I said, it's like the actions that I take now that I'm trying to take. Like I'm not perfect, right? Like I still scroll every once in a while. I still like wake up late. I still go to bed late, that kind of thing. Like I'm not perfect. But what I'm trying to value more in my life is this idea of like, okay, what makes me a better person? What makes me a better man? And it like it comes down to those like difficult actions, or like the boring things, like reading, meditating, that kind of thing. Not being pulled around by distractions constantly. And it's whenever I do those tasks is whenever I'm actually like truly happy, because like I know that I'm moving towards a goal that I really value, right? Like like whenever I was running, I just felt it was just so fun to do it today. It was just so fun to run. Like I wasn't like, oh yeah, this is so fun running around and like running on the street with like cars driving by and whatnot. Like that's not necessarily the fun part about it. It's like I'm getting better. I'm going towards something that I truly value in myself, and I'm doing something that no one else is. Like there's literally no one else out on that street running, at least on the same street that I'm running on, right? It's not like I'm running some 5K that everyone else is running, right? It's just like there's nobody else there, right? I actually drove past someone who's like in my graduating class, like that. It was so funny, bro, because I was running by and they were driving and they looked at me like, what? They were like, what are you doing? They didn't actually say anything, but I could tell by the expression on their face. They're like, what the heck is this kid doing? Running on the street, bro. I thought it was funny. Um, I it was great, right? But yeah, that's the things that I'm trying to value more in my own life is like what makes me what makes myself what the hell? How do I phrase that? What makes me respect myself more? There we go. That's the wording. I think that's another good thing with this this YouTube stuff. It makes me more articulate, and I have to word my words better, if that makes sense. Just kind of just be a bit more flowy and again articulate with that kind of thing. But yeah, those are the things that I value uh, is doing the difficult things. I've said that like 3 times now. But yeah, that was just those were some of my thoughts today, and just kind of like on the off the cuff thinking. But yeah, dude, I feel really good. I have some blisters on my feet now. I'm not gonna show you them because that's kind of gross, but yeah, I have some like it's kind of strange whenever you don't run in a pair of shoes. Excuse me. Whenever you don't run in a pair of shoes for a while, you you kind of get like softer feet, and that's definitely what happened to me. So like the places and where my shoe rubs is like on the outsides of my feet, and so I'm just starting to get some blisters there. Like I actually had like a blood blister on my right foot that I did break open. It's probably not like good to do that, but it's really annoying to walk on it, and like every time you press down it hurts more, and it like spreads the blister because it's like water like pressure in there. So typically I'll just like pop blood blisters and just kind of just let them they don't scab over really. They just like the skin grows back because it's not like profusely bleeding and whatnot. Anyways, that's kind of getting graphic, but I think you know what I mean. It's like I just let it dry out and like harden up, and then my feet aren't as soft. Word of advice though, from my own personal experience, is if you have like calluses built up, make sure if you haven't run in for a while to not go ham. Okay, like like I didn't run for a while like this last summer, and so my calluses had gotten really really soft, and then I ran like we did this timed mile for soccer, and I ran it in my toe shoes, right? And I basically never ran like in an intense way in my toe shoes before, and they really like they wear in basically like the same kind of spots that my running shoes would, and I just tore off like the entire callus, and so I had this like huge hole in my foot. It was terrible. It hurt to walk. it like I remember I took off the shoe because it hurt really bad because I had like torn the skin off basically, and like my foot was like messed up. It was bad. I had to like put a bandage on it, like tape it, and like just basically like patch the hole in my foot. But yeah, that's my word of advice is like if you have soft calluses, if you haven't ran for a while, then like slowly ramp up into it. And that's what I'm doing now is like I'm just slowly increasing the volume, slowly getting like building up the calluses again because there is some callus there from like soccer and like running around with that kind of thing, but there's like a different level of like calluses from soccer and calluses from like actual like road running or just running on the track, that kind of thing. There's a different level of calluses, and maybe that's because of whack shoe fitting, probably, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's my word of advice. Take it easy, right? Don't go crazy. Or if you do go crazy, like wrap your foot. Like make sure that crap is not gonna like rip your skin off. Level of like friction. Make sure your foot is like locked in and like ready to go. So yeah. that's my advice. But yeah, I think I should do a timed 800 meters soon, just so I can get kind of like a baseline for how fast I can run it now. Because with how I'm running these like longer timed runs, I reckon my time isn't going to be great. it'll be kind of disappointing, but I think it'll be super motivating for me to go out and do more of that kind of running stuff. And just like get a time so I can start whittling away at that time and start chopping away at it and be like, yeah, let's go, let's go. I'll probably do a timed mile too, because that's one of my other goals, in case you didn't look, but like I want to get to 4.5 minutes by May. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know, like I probably won't get to a sub 4. That'd be tough. That'd be extremely tough if I got to a sub 4, but 4:30 would be nuts, to be completely honest. And then there's the 800-meter goal, 155. In all honesty, like I don't even need to make 155 to break the school record. I need to get to a 156 or even like a low 157 to break the school record and to, do well in state. Like I think the best state time last year was like a 150. It might have been like a 154 was like the winning state time for how big, like the size of school that I'm in. It might have been a 154 or a 156. I don't remember. But if I get to like around 155, dude, I'll be cooking. I'll be cooked. Like I will be in the state final if I get to a 155 800 meter. Unless there's some crazy increase in competition and suddenly like everyone's running like a sub 150, in which case like there's some like genetic freaks running like that should be in the next Olympics, dude. That'd be nuts, bro. If I ran in like a good sub 2 and then I just don't make it to state, that'd be so insane, bro. I'd be so upset too. I'd be like, dude, I worked so hard and I got like I and I get to the sub 2 and it'd be like for just to get like disqualified because there's like some crazy fast dudes that I'm racing against, and it's just like, no. Hopefully, like that probably won't happen, and it hopefully won't, and I hope that I genuinely will make that time, but it all remains to be seen. But yeah, we're on the grind to it, dude. We're on the grind to it. I'm actually so it's good. The grind is good. I'm happy. Yeah, diet wise, everything's going pretty well. I think I should record more of me kind of like eating food, I guess, maybe, or like showing off more of the diet side of things. Like, oh yeah, here's my burgers, haha, or here's the rotisserie chicken that I ate. But it's like, I don't know. I don't put food on such a high pedestal anymore in my life. It's like it's just kind of like the baseline to become just to like fuel my body, right? Like I know the series is called Carnivore Athlete, but in reality it's like just athlete. To be completely honest, like yes, I'm on carnivore and that kind of thing, but like the whole food thing isn't that big of a deal for me, honestly, anymore. And like it is super important to have like good nutrition, in my opinion, and from what I have experienced. But like ever since I switched to a carnivore diet, like food is not a big deal in my life. And so it just feels kind of awkward to me to, like record myself eating and like talking about, oh yeah, I prep it this way and this kind of thing. It's like, I make boring, like my food is so boring now, right? Like it tastes great, I'll be completely honest, but it's so boring. Like it's the same thing every single day. It's like eggs, some form of pork or chicken, some beef, on occasion I'll have some fish. Like that's like the craziest exotic food that I'll have is like some fish, right? It's not insane. Like my diet is so boring now. Like I remember whenever I used to eat a bunch of like mug pancakes, or I'd have some fruit, or I'd have just these like random dishes, right? Like I'd make some weird dessert concoction of like cookies and ice cream, or like even like protein smoothies. They did taste great, but it's mostly like the sugar and the like the addictive part of that probably made it taste good. But I make these like weird concocted foods, and I'd be eating like all these like sorts of like random foods, and I was still like not not in control of my diet whatsoever. It's just kind of funny to think about that. It's just like it's so funny to think about how simple it is. It's literally like caveman logic, like eat meat and an egg, cook in butter. Like it's so basic, but it's so good. But yeah, that's all I got for in terms of diet. That's so funny, dude. Like like things used to be so complicated for my diet, bro. Like I just remember a time whenever I was like tracking my calories and whatnot, like religiously. I still kind of track it here and there just to see like, oh, like this is how much food I ate. Oh, that's cool. Like I still track it every once in a while. It's probably like some compulsion that I have like ingrained in me after tracking my macros and calories religiously for over a year. But yeah, I just remember a time where, and I was saying this on the call with my friend Darren yesterday, bro. I was like, dude, I used to think that like rice, like chicken breast, rice, and broccoli was the pinnacle of nutrition, and like, and I just used to religiously track my calories and be like, I need to eat 2,100 calories per day, or else I will die. uh, it is that's funny, dude. But yeah, it's interesting to see the evolution. But yeah, I'm done yapping now. I'm out of I'm out of juice and I need to go to bed. So that's all I got. But yeah, I'm ready to grow. I think tomorrow will be a good day. We got some lifting, we got work, and then we got club track. So that'll be fun. I think I'm gonna try and fast for basically the whole day. I might have a light meal after work. Maybe some eggs. Yeah, I'll probably have like 9 eggs or something like that after work. And then buy like a rotisserie chicken after club track. It will be good. Yeah, that sounds good. But yeah, that's all I got for you. If you like this video, then you should go subscribe and you should go watch the series leading up to this point. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, bro. I'll see you tomorrow. Today's day 9, right? Day 10. Day 10, bro. Yes. Be better and have a W day.